All right, my beautiful real estate investors, you're welcome to this aspect of the show. And I have with me here an esteemed real estate developer, one of which I really, appreciate so much. And the reason why I'm saying this basically is due to the fact that he has been outstanding in his years of practice. So, without wasting further time, I would like to welcome to the show on today's property matters. I'm going to welcome Mr. Shujukwe Ezekiel, MD CEO, Real Blue East. For some of our investors are both and Nora. I know that name is a bell. He's the brain behind it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Welcome
Thank you
to the
so much. It's a
show.
great one.
So
Yeah.
briefly, I just wanted to just tell our investors what you have been doing behind the scene and why you are a major factor in this industry.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Javi. Hello, everyone. To all our investors home and abroad, we are sending greetings to everybody. We at Robotics International Limited, we've been doing a lot on our own part according to our capacity. The
Exactly.
reason why we're actually in business is actually to to make the wrong right. There's a lot in real estate industry, especially
Certainly.
in Nigeria. But I keep telling people that it is good to still believe in Nigeria because there's
Very,
still a
very
lot of
important.
potential that are yet to be untapped, especially when
Exactly.
it comes to the housing industry,
Wow.
when it comes to real estate industry, and obviously, of course, we as a company, we'll be doing everything within our capacity to ensure we safeguard all our clients' investment, to ensure we actually yeah, I used to tell people that when you say land banking, what you are just doing is that people are entrusting us with their investment. You
They
could
have.
have kept your money in the bank. You could have done something else
Mm-hmm,
with
mm-hmm.
your, with your money. Rather, you buy a property or a land investment from us. So we see ourselves as custodians of your investment, and that is what we have been doing ever since. We have been into doing a lot of, you know,
Development.
development on different in our different estates. We currently have something in we have in Ogun State, we have in Ibadan, and we have majorly Ibadan and Ogun State, you know.
Wow.
So we've been doing, and now we're also trying to do a couple projects five.
Wow.
Then we have a mandate to deliver what we call 2,000 units of housing
Wow.
before 2030, across different states
According to
in
state.
Nigeria. So we notice that there's definitely the housing deficit is huge.
Very,
We are
very
talking about
huge.
28 million units of housing deficit.
Wow.
Lagos alone has about 5 million units of housing
Ooh.
deficit. And every day
Ooh.
on a daily basis, we have about over 300 people come to Lagos.
Hmm.
And out of these 300 people, 80% reside in Lagos.
Wow.
So Lagos is developing massively.
Very, very
And what is
massive.
driving the development is the people.
Hmm.
The more people you have, the better for you. And it should not get cheaper. Anybody that is waiting
Because
for property to be cheaper in
certainly it
Lagos,
won't.
you wait forever.
Certainly it won't.
It will not. Now is the best time to actually start buying property. They are still genuine property. I know that there's a lot of things going on
That has
and
happened in
that is
Cyprus.
discouraging all our investors. But my own advice is do not be discouraged.
Hmm.
There are still rights developers like us. There are still rights consultants like Mr. Jari that
Hmm.
you can always talk to, that you can always reach out to. When you do it right, don't worry, you don't have any issue. I used to tell people that before you fight the law, first ensure that you are first on the right side of the law first.
Hmm.
At
Hmm.
least be on the right side first before you can. When you are on the right side, it gives you more power to fight more.
Hmm.
But when you are on the wrong side of the law, you cannot even fight, let alone you
It
want
becomes
to, it becomes
difficult.
another thing to do. We get the point. So
Exactly.
let's do it right. Reach out to professionals like Mr. Jari, do business with the right company.
People.
So for we as Robot International Limited, we've been doing development, and in the recent time, we started what we call Next Generation Farm
Exactly.
City, and I think that's why we are actually doing this video. So
Exactly.
we noticed that for all our clients abroad,
Hmm.
beyond buying land, people want more.
Hmm.
So if it's good, land banking is good, but what can I be doing
Hmm.
to with that land, pending when it will be developed
Its
enough
maturity.
exactly for a residential estate? So we noticed that a lot of our clients have been demanding for not just land now. What can they be doing? So what they can be doing now is agriculture. As I speak to you, agriculture is already becoming something of is becoming more lucrative in Nigeria. It has
Hmm.
always been lucrative anyways. It's just that with the advent of oil, we
Hmm.
ran away from farm, but now everybody's going back to the farm. You understand?
Exactly.
Because it's food.
Hmm.
Food, the consumption is high. The more people in Nigeria today, we have over 237 million people,
Hmm.
and it it is projected to increase by
Hmm.
2030 to about 400 million people.
Hmm.
And the question is, how are these people going to survive? That means food will always be there.
Hmm.
Exporting agricultural produce is a lucrative business. So
See.
as a company, we thought of it. Oh, we are not farmers. We are a real estate company. However, we can provide the land for agriculture. So what we've done is that we created a model. We
Hmm.
partnered with people that are into farming.
Okay.
We provide the whole thing, the land, the security, the perimeter, security, the irrigation, the borehole, everything. Then we get a farming company to farm for all our investors.
Interesting.
You understand? So we create a model
Interesting.
whereby they get their return through farming without lifting a finger.
Wow.
You understand? So that's how we came about next generation
Vision farm.
farm cities.
Wow, that is very, very massive. And I thank you very much that you have even mentioned it. I think we are going to have another broadcast concerning that project, right? It's not
Yeah,
starting now.
yeah.
Yes. So now the next generation farm. What exactly are we looking at? Are you going to palm oil production, or are you doing whatever that? So, but what exactly is the main area of farming that you are concentrating in as a developer?
Okay, the cash crop we are concentrating on is cocoa and plantain farm investment.
Cocoa
So the
and
idea is,
plantain.
the strategy is plan your future with cocoa and plantain farm investment,
Hmm.
or plan your retirement
Time of
with
the time.
cocoa and plantain. And why did we choose cocoa amongst all other cash crops? Number one, as a company, we want to be transparent enough to all investors.
Transparent.
You understand? We want to be transparent enough. So we noticed that the crop that is very easy to track and will not stress us and will not stress our investor is cocoa. How do I mean? You only plant cocoa once,
Hmm.
and a tree of cocoa can spend up to 35 to 40 years.
35 to
So
40
you
years.
don't have to go back to always go and replant,
Okay.
unlike other crops like cassava. If
Hmm.
the cassava, and after 1 year, after you harvest it,
You
you
should
still
come
go
back
back to replant.
and plant.
But we don't want to be going through that stress. So that's
Okay.
why we decided to choose a crop that is a once in a lifetime thing.
Okay.
So once we plant it, you understand, once it germinates, even though it takes cocoa 3 years for it to start, yielding, harvest, but we know that once it starts yielding, it's
Going to
continue
continue.
yielding for the next
Let's
10,
take
15, 20, 30 years.
years.
It can last up to 40 years. That's the lifespan of a cocoa
Cocoa
tree.
tree.
So you
Okay.
say, imagine you own a cocoa farm that is yielding about nothing less than 10 million naira, standard 10 million naira annually, and you open an account, you are saving that money.
Hmm.
So imagine in the next 10 years, if you multiply 10 million times 10, that's 100 M.
That's 100 M.
Imagine you have 2 acres, imagine you have 3 acres, imagine you have 4 acres.
Have multiple
So
acres.
exactly, imagine you have multiple acres. You understand? Somebody was telling me yesterday that a guy that is just 30 years old from the trading of cocoa. I actually have a friend that is an auditor. It was one that is testifying to you that
Hmm.
they currently audit for a company that do
Cocoa.
trading of cocoa, and they used to calculate over 500 billion in revenue annually.
Whoa.
And the guy is just 30 years old. The owner of the company is just 30 years old. In
Wow.
fact, the guy is trying to even divert into oil and gas now.
Wow.
So that's to tell you that there's something that we don't know about this cash crop.
Cash
And
crops.
don't forget that cocoa can be exported.
It can.
You can export it to other country, and it is a generally accepted product, just
Hmm.
like palm oil too.
Hmm.
In fact, it is the second most demanded cash crop in the world
The world.
after palm oil.
Hmm.
You understand the point? So
Hmm.
that's to tell you that if somebody can be making 500 billion in revenues,
From
500
cocoa.
billion is not small money from trading cocoa, exporting cocoa,
Hmm.
cocoa being outside the country. That's to tell you that there's something that all of us don't know. You
Okay.
understand? And that is why we come up with a model. How can you make money? How can I make money? I can't say you should leave your work now and come and do farming.
Mm-mm.
But the model we have created is okay, people can plant for you,
Okay.
they monitor the farming from start to
To
finish,
finish.
you understand, and you get your return without lifting a
With a
finger.
finger.
So you can own 1 acre of cocoa and plantain farm. You can own 2 acre of cocoa and plantain farm. You
You
can
can
own
hold
three.
multiple
You can
acres.
own. So I used to advise people that in this particular investment we have, the sweetness is when you own multiple acres,
Hmm.
and that is why it's very affordable. You don't need to break your bank, but the sweetness is when you own multiple acres.
Okay. Okay. That's that. So what you're trying to say in essence is that you are going to plant,
Mm-hmm.
you will harvest,
Mm-hmm.
you will sell,
Mm-hmm.
and the investor makes their money.
Shikena.
I hope that is very, very clear. Now, one important question that I actually want to raise is what is the assurance that after investing, the way this our industry works,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people lack integrity,
Yeah.
and that has affected diasporan thought. And me making this video basically is that before I even had this interview with him, you can be rest assured that I would not put in an investment that will start going to cut. But I know, I'm very assured that everything you are doing, your investment is secured, your return on investment is secured. But I want to hear from the horse's mouth. So, how do you intend to protect investors' money so that there won't be issues in the future?
It's very simple. Communication.
Okay.
One word: communication and transparency. You
Okay.
understand? That is why we have chosen. We could have said, okay, let's do paper. Let's do all those on our fast things that you can make your. In fact, we've even been having questions from people that say, it will take time to start making money. I was still telling one of my staff that people like quick money, but we cannot be. See, the real money is in the long term.
This is long term.
So I can tell you that, okay, let's do cassava, let's make sharp money. But how do we track it? How do we monitor? It will be a lot of stress, and at the end of the day, we will not be able to deliver. And I will not promise you what I cannot deliver. Do you get the point? It's not like I say we cannot do other crops. You get that will quickly give you money. But why don't you just focus on something that is long term and is always in high demand
And it's guaranteed.
and is guaranteed? So how can we assure you? Is communication. Transparency. What do I mean by transparency? There's room for what we call general surveillance and private surveillance on site.
Okay.
Now, we have general surveillance that will be provided by us as a company, like CCTV camera on the farm.
Okay.
But you as a person, if you invest and you feel that you want to be monitoring your farm
Anywhere you are
in the world,
the option is available.
let us know in the form that, oh, I want a private surveillance. So we will give you the cost for it. So our professionals will mount a camera. They will do the setup for you,
and you get to see.
And you get to see. So you'll be seeing your farm from wherever you are. So
Massive.
you can even be monitoring everything that is happening on your farm. Yes, and that is why we have projected income. You already know that, okay, after 3 years is when if I buy now, is the next 3 years I'll start earning from cocoa. Meanwhile, you'll be earning from plantain, depending when cocoa will start yielding.
Wow.
On 1 acre is 250 trees of cocoa and 250 trees of plantain.
On 1 acre.
On 1 acre. And the reason why it's like that, when people might say, no, can't I have only cocoa? No, you cannot have only cocoa because you have to always intercrop cocoa. Cocoa is very, very fragile. At the beginning stage, at the germinating stage, if you don't intercrop it, because the other crop serve as a shield to it. So you have to always intercrop it, because if you don't intercrop it, you die off. Do you understand? That's why we on 1 acre of 3,000 square meter, we have 250 trees of cocoa and 250 trees of plantain. So you get the point. So while you are waiting for your cocoa to start yielding, your plantain, you still be making
money.
Don't forget that the real deal here is the cocoa. But however, plantain is like an additional income.
Exactly.
Do you get the point? So plantain might not be giving as much as cocoa will do, but be rest assured that by the time your cocoa will start yielding, it will catch up
very fast
with the years that you are thinking you have been waiting.
Okay, that's very, very good. In case you're watching this video, this is still property matters, but this time around we are taking the interview directly to the developers. Okay, so duration right now is 3 years.
Yeah.
Very, very good. As you can hear, the duration is 3 years. Now, it's an offer that is very good. Now, where is the location of this farm?
Yeah, the location, let them rest assured that, when people hear farm, they'll think it's inside one. So, in fact, in our search for the land, I was so particular about, the motorability to the farm. Because even me as a person, I want to ensure that I'm at least probably once in a week, I can easily go to the farm and see for myself what is up. I don't want to go and buy a farm that even me I cannot go to. Because this is people's money, this is people's investment, and I want to personally monitor it myself with my team. Do you understand the point? Despite my busy schedule, do you get the point? So that's why I was so particular about the location. I didn't take a location that is very far that before you go, you'll be thinking. So the location is located at Abeokuta, Ofuakwe village in Abeokuta, and it's just 30 minutes away from Lafenwa Market, the popular Lafenwa Market. If probably peradventure some of us are familiar with Abeokuta, there's somewhere we call Randa in Abeokuta. Randa. So from Randa to site is 20 minutes. Right? So it's not like as if it's inside. You are driving there from Beggar to site is 1 hour 30 minutes.
From Beggar
to site 1 hour 30 minutes. You're already on site. So it's not like as if there are some farmers where you are driving 5 hours or you are going to So and it's a location that is very motorable. You yourself can drive any kind of car. I repeat, any kind of car. So if you have Ferrari can get. That's to show you how motorable the site is.
Wow, this is massive. Now, in terms of documentation, are
Yeah.
there plans for, let's say, C of O in the future, or what? Because you see, the reason why I'm asking this question basically is that I'm presently having an issue with a client because the lawyer
Okay.
is misrepresenting and raising issues that are not even supposed to come in the first place.
Mhm.
Now, in terms of documentation, what are we looking at um, in the future, if not now?
So definitely don't forget that the idea of the estate is to later become.
A residential
So now we don't want to promise a global sale. We know why. The land is massive. We are talking
first
about over 350 acres of land. And
350.
now information reaching me as of today is that Ogun State too, they started like Lagos. Once your land is much, they will tell you to go and collect allocation.
Hmm.
They won't give you global C of O
Silver.
again, just like the way they do. Even though the land is free, oh,
Hmm.
in fact, we have our chatting report. I can send it to you. It is
Okay.
free from any form of government
It will be
acquisition.
displayed. It will be
That's the
displayed.
first thing. It's free. You
Okay.
understand? Because we know we didn't go and buy any land that's committed because it's farm. No, because
Suppose
we know that at the end of the day, it will still become a residential
yeah,
estate in the future. So we had that in mind. So our first step is to ensure that the land is free from any form of government
acquisition.
acquisition first. So now we have got all our clients that have bought. You understand? By the time probably, especially when you're having more than 5, 10 acre, once you get your documentation, you can reach out to us. We can help you process your C of O.
Okay. Okay.
Or better still, you can get your lawyer
To
to
get it done
come
for you.
get it done for you.
Okay. Okay.
Once you get all your documents for us, once we sign for you, go ahead and process
Your
your C of
document
O. Because if we say we want to do a global C of O for everyone, the government will give us more issues.
issues.
Because
Okay.
once the land is more, they become more aware that how can somebody, one person want to take
350 acres.
350 acres of land, and they will
Okay.
start telling us to come and do government allocation, which is more expensive than
Than
the normal sale.
than
But
normal.
imagine somebody that has 5 acres is going to do a sale. As long as the land is free, it will be
Very
in
easy.
6 months, 1 year, they will sign
That's
for you. Yeah, imagine somebody is going with 2 acres. Imagine somebody is going with 3 acres. Yeah. So we are not promising, but if you want us to do it as a company,
the
we
option
have
is
our
available
it's available. We have our surveyor, we have everybody
to get it done.
to get it done for you. You understand?
Okay.
So we'll let you know the price. But
Okay.
for now, what we are selling to you, the land is cheap. 3 million naira per acre for 6 plots of land, 3,000 square meter. You understand?
Wow.
So that's for the land alone. You get the point. All inclusive. And
1 acre.
also, if you feel that
Okay.
if you
The 3 million is all inclusive.
no.
Okay.
Aside the
Okay.
developmental
So
and
what is
the
the total package for the 1 acre?
non-farmland. When I mean non-farmland now, okay, don't let me say non-farmland. For those people that are not doing our cocoa and plantain farm, because we are also selling for people that want to do livestock farming. We
Okay.
have
Okay.
4 clusters in residential farm scheme.
Okay.
We
Okay.
have the farming cluster, we have the
Blended
independent farming cluster, we have the livestock farming cluster, and we have the land banking cluster. So the farming cluster are people that are interested in our cocoa and plantain farm
they will
investment.
enter the farming
So they will
cluster.
enter the farming cluster.
Okay.
So those one are paying 5.2 million. And why are they
5.2.
paying 5.2?
Okay.
Their 1.2 is for developmental fee
Development fee.
and their what's called documentation.
Documentation.
That's
Okay.
1.2. Then 1 million is the cost of farm setup and planting.
Okay. Okay.
The cost of planting for them and farm setup.
Okay.
That means
So
that 1 million covers seedlings, the things we are going to be the cocoa seedlings and the
okay.
plantain sucker we are going
Okay.
to use to actually plant for
That's
them.
for them. Oh, that's
So
massive.
for those people that are interested in cocoa and plantain farming, it's 5.2 million.
5.2
For those that
million.
are interested in independent farming, 4.2 million per
4.2
acre.
million per acre.
So all inclusive. You get the point.
4.2
So if
million.
they say, I know I want to do cassava, I want to do that, no problem. We'll
Option is
sell to
available.
you. You
Go
get
and do it.
your
Okay.
farm, and you can even work with our own farm consultant too. They will give you your cost. But we as the robots is what we are working with is cocoa
And
and plantain
planting.
farm investment.
This is very, very explicit, very, very easy to understand and direct. Thank you very much, sir. And we have a lot of things to say, but we're going to have it in segments. Of course, you can see the video of the site just behind you there. So another thing we're going to be talking about basically is now you say 5.2.
Mm.
Most of our people in diaspora they
Mm.
like installments.
Yeah, sure.
Like they'll say Sunday and day, pay
Yeah,
small, small.
yeah.
So are there options for installments? What is the duration for payment? And what is the first deposit? We need to
So the first deposit is 1 million naira. You understand?
for the
So
acre.
because it is a farmland, and
Okay.
especially for those people that will be interested in our cocoa, and which I feel that a lot of people will be
They
interested,
should be interested.
is 1 million deposits. We
Okay.
have 0 to 3 months without interest for
Without
the
interest.
5.2 million, because our first set of farming will be in December.
First set of farming
Like
is
because
in
we'll do it in
December.
batches. We are trying to
Okay.
sell now, get a lot of investors. So it will be done in batches.
batches. So it
Yes.
is
So our first set of probably 50 acres that will be farm, that will set up their
okay.
farm will be in
December.
December.
Okay.
January will do our location, because those people that will be going to farm, they are going to see their farmland, not just land now.
Okay. Okay.
Do you understand?
So you are
So in
coming, you are
January,
seeing your
you
land
are coming to see your farmland that we have actually
be
cultivated
prepared. Okay.
for you. Do you get
This
the
is
point?
this is
So before
massive.
you come, so that's why our first part of allocation, we are locating you your farmland, not just ordinary land. That's if you are interested in our cocoa and plantain. So
Plantation.
that's our plan. You
Okay.
understand? So by September, so if you are interested in getting allocated in January, I will advise you to do 0 to 3 months without interest.
Okay.
But however, we still have what we call is 3 to 6 months. That one is just 500,000 interest on it.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
believe that, oh, I want to, but just know that you will not be able to be part of the
It is
first batch
first
of
come, first
first
serve.
serve. It's as simple as that. So you just know
Okay.
that you'll not be part of our first batch of farming. So when you are done with your payment, the next one, so it's a 3 month in interval.
Interval. Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay. So it's just 0 to 3, 3 to 6.
3 to 6 years,
Okay.
1 million
Okay.
initial deposit,
one
and you
million
can
initial
spread your
deposit.
payment for
Okay.
3 years.
Okay. All right. So I want to say a very big thank you
You're welcome, sir.
for your time. Um, you have heard it from the developer. I don't want this video to be unnecessarily long, so we're going to be discussing other things in subsequent. Of course, I hope if I have this opportunity again
Of
to
course,
talk. Okay.
obviously.
Thank you very much, my real estate investors. In case you have further information, you are free to reach out. See, it's giving me a privilege of the first 20 investors.
Exactly.
So if you can afford to do your payments, okay,
1 million initial
1 million
deposit.
initial deposits, trust me, you're going to be among the clusters. Because agriculture right now is the new gold. Agriculture right now, a lot of people are making tons of money, and it's an industry that has been overlooked. And this is why you have to take advantage
So
of
for
it.
the sake of Mr. Jaya, for the sake of the fact that he came to my office, so what I would do is that for anybody that is ready to pay the cost of the land outrightly, for his only for him, for his sake, I will give them 10% outright discount.
Wow.
So if you are ready to
Thank
pay
you
your
very much.
3 million, cash, don't forget that this is a pre-order price.
It's a period
The
price.
price is increasing by end of this month.
The end of this month.
So, but if you are willing to pay before now and 30th of September, and you're willing to pay outrightly, you get 10% off your 3 million naira. That will be 2.7.
2.7 million.
You
Wow.
understand? Aside the other charges.
That's the charges.
So, and
Thank
that's the
you.
opening sum of 300,000 in this
300,000.
economy is a lot of
It's,
money.
it's a lot of money.
So for his sake, so if you feel that you want to pay up, you can
Thank
send
you
your
very
2.7 million naira. So is the promo code now. Property matters is the promo code. So once you come from him, you will get that one. The offer lasts is 30th of September.
30th of September. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
It's a
Thank
nice.
you. Yeah.
All right. So see you in my next video. Thank you very much. Bye for now.